Now let's have a look on openSUSE Leap. I made another video about xfce in openSUSE Tumbleweed. This is more detailed, and I just make a quick video for the difference in openSUSE Leap. So it's very similar. It's the same theme like in Tumbleweed, and only the packages are a bit older. And we see here 1400 RPM packages. We see xfce4 4.20, also not outdated, more modern than in Debian old stable. It's very similar to Debian Trixie, I think, sorry. And x11, xfwe4, kernel LTS 6.12. openSUSE Leap is the LTS distribution from openSUSE. I like it as well. It's in my category for LTS distributions, and the difference is, for example, to Ubuntu. openSUSE Leap don't comes with snap and flatpak by default, so it's in the category for me with Debian stable. And in difference to Slackware is more outdated and not that user friendly. It's good for learning in the depths of Linux, but Leap is a nice LTS distribution. By default they come with KDE Plasma, but the xfce version is also very good, but it's not directly installable. By default they come with the installation of Leap now with xfce Wayland session. So I changed this to the normal xfwm x11 desktop, and this is the look how we see this here. I also made different videos about the labwc Wayland compositor, and this is also what openSUSE uses per default with xfce Wayland session. And openSUSE comes with xfce Wayland session per default with the labwc Wayland compositor. But it's not working that good like the x11 desktop is working good. But openSUSE forces the modern stuff, I think. So, but in this case, I just show the old x11 desktop, old, however you want to name it. So just a menu, a quick overview. We have normal xfce tools here, mousepad, disks, file manager, picture, image viewer, document viewer. Cockpit is what I inserted here, Firefox web browser. And then it's a very small installation in this case. I modified this installation. This is not the original one. Maybe I make in the future also a video about the openSUSE Leap xfce Wayland session. I will see. This are all the xfce settings, and then I have here the htop and btop. Just to show you, this is btop. And let's have a look. htop. This is this one. And task manager. xfce task manager. Okay. gnome-software I have also installed here in this case for easy fast upgrades. I think it should be possible to upgrade the system with gnome-software in this case, but let's minimize it. Then we have thunar file manager, and here I have installed a specific theme in this case. I show this later. System gparted also here. And then welcome, openSUSE welcome. This is the openSUSE welcome application. It is good. I like this. I think it's looking better than the Linux Lite welcome. It's more colorful and so on. Check out my video about Linux Lite and xfce as well. A very deep video, deep in the system. And but this is a simple welcome. openSUSE Leap 16, and you have some information here. Customize. Here you can customize the desktop layout as well. Oh, this is interesting. I don't see this before. Let's have a check. Can we do this? Now you see, oh, this is interesting. This is Per default, the xfce in openSUSE comes with a button panel, so this is the default layout. Then let's check Cupertino. Quit. Oh, this was failing because some package is not installed. Let's check this one. Oh, I hope I don't have crashed xfce in this case. I crashed xfce, this is crazy. You know, I think some packages was missing here. So let's have a break. We don't do this. Open terminal here, or I use the ctrl alt T, and then I also can do this. Or I use the open programs here. We have here updates. These are the updates. Okay. And then let's check thunar. And let's check xfce terminal. And we can also open a terminal here. So, but I would say let's close this for this moment. Open a terminal, and then we just use pkill command for pkill xfce4. And now we are in the login screen again. xfce session, login. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now you see, now we have this layout which we can set welcome and then customize, and then we can switch the layout. Remove. Okay, this is Cupertino layout with the whisker menu, and then we have also here the logout, so this is also possible. And then let's check the L-Raton layout. This is the old one. Okay, yeah. And then let's check this one. Remove. And this is looking in this way. Okay, also possible. And then go back to Redmond, and then it's looking this way. So this is the default look on openSUSE. So I crashed my own panel setting now in this case. But okay, it's not that bad. And you can switch also to dark layout or to light, however you want. Now this is the light theme. Appearance, we can go back to here. We have the Graybird Gecko theme. I showed this in detail in my xfce in openSUSE Tumbleweed video. And in icons we can use the openSUSE EX icons. I like this. Let's open the terminal again, and I show you. Oh, now you see the upgrade is happening in the background automatically. This is interesting. Syslog is my own alias. This is this one. Checking the zip varlog zip history, and then let's. Oh, now you see it's rebooting automatically. I explain this later. This is interesting. I don't plan this, that this happens in this moment, but you can also automate the upgrades in openSUSE in the background, like in Debian, and you can also set that it's not automatically updating, rebooting the system, but I set this to automatically reboot the system. In this case, I show you, this was my alias, and this is my syslog alias. And let's do it big, and then you see here just my system overview, my own, and then it's just the last output from the update here. And this is OS update timer. With OS update you can automate the upgrades in openSUSE. And this is what I like with LTS distributions, and Debian runs full automatically in my case on my host system, and this is also what I would do with openSUSE Leap LTS, because LTS is very stable and have only secure updates, and then you can run them automatically in the background. This is good. So OS update is a program to do this. And I copy this in this case. And then I have also in alias list upgraded packages. List upgraded packages, and this is putting out the upgraded packages in detail from this day in columns. And then I see exactly which packages have been upgraded. So, and alias, this is the exact alias, the command how to get this result, for example. And this is my alias D, and this is my alias F. Okay, so, and here we see now we have also 3 kernels installed, so I also can execute zypper ls. Zypper ls lists just the repositories, and then I could execute search. Search is putting out all available programs. Word count list, count the 37,000 packages, and then we also could pipe this into grep and then list all with the beginning I. Then we only check the install packages, and these are 1,700. And yes, I also can grep here for icon, and then we see here, okay, Advaita icon, distribution logos icon, and this icon as well. And I think, I'm not sure, why is this so complicated? It's not looking good. Okay, but here is an icon theme grep ex. Here you see openSUSE ex icons, and this is the icon theme I have installed manually, which you see in thunar. And then this is a normal Gecko GTK theme. So just to show you, and then with sudo zypper up, you can upgrade the system. Here I have locked the firmware, kernel firmware in this case, and you can list the locked, you can lock packages, and to make sure the status of the package is not changed. And you do this with add lock, and then you just can give a specific package, Firefox for example, and then list locks. Now we have a lock, one lock more, and we could remove lock. Lock has been successfully removed, and then you see this. This is how you can manage packages in openSUSE, for example. And this is how I locked the Flatpak and the kernel firmware, for example. And because in some cases openSUSE installs automatically some dependencies or some packages. Not many, just a few. But I want a very small system, so this is why I use the add lock option. And then normally you just use up for upgrading, nothing to do. And on openSUSE Tumbleweed and MicroOS, the rolling releases, you use dist upgrade. Okay, and then I'm not sure how to remove. Is there something like remove kernel default extra? Okay, remove. There should be also an option to grep -i kernel purge kernels is the option. Okay, purge kernels. Then with purge kernels you purge the old kernels. In this case, you see the 27 ending is purged. You see we have 3 kernels installed here, and the 27 can purged. So this is what we do now. Then we have a very clean system again, and I also have an alias for fully automatically executes this. And going back to OS update, the automatic updates in the background is updating the system but not removing the old kernels, I think. Maybe there's an option to enable this as well. Alias U is my update alias, refresh, up, and purge kernels and clean. Let's execute. You see all is done. Preparing purge kernels, nothing to do. Install packages, purge obsolete kernels, and then all is cleaned up. So and now we have a cleaned, updated and clean system again. This is very, very good. Then let's check again sudo systemd systemctl and then status. This is just putting out the status of all the services, and then we can give OS update timer, and this is update timer which is executing the OS update service in the background for upgrading the system in the background. So, and I made modifications on this and set this up specific to make sure that it is executed in a short time after the boot, and you can also enable or disable the timer, and there's also an option list timers in systemctl. Then you just list the overview of the timer, and where the whole output is then with this, with all the available timers in systemd. So now let's do systemctl status. We also can check edit, systemctl edit the timer, and then we can make modifications on this. But this is, I already edited the original timer. So, and I inserted here on calendar daily, on active sec 1 minute, accuracy sec 1 minute, and randomized delay is 20. And this is what I changed, 20 minutes, to make sure in the first 20 minutes after the boot with the randomized delay, the upgrade in the background is executed. And this was happening. So just to show you. And when I want to make changes here, I have to copy this whole part, for example, and put this in the upper part here. Here's a comment about this, and then I would make changes here. For example, I would change this to 30 minutes, and then I make changes on the systemd timer. For example, you can also do 2 hours was the default, I think. But we don't do this here. We undo this, and then we leave this blank. So just to show you how to enable OS update, and also sudo zypper info OS update. And now here are the informations about OS update. Update the system regularly to stay current and safe. Service to keep on an OS update to date and secure. It is run by a systemd timer daily and can inform reboot mgrd that the update requires a reboot. That's it. And per default it's not installed in openSUSE, and you install it with sudo zypper in OS update or install OS update, but in is also working. So just to show you this, and this is how I use my openSUSE Leap in a virtual machine. I consider also to install it on an external USB stick or a real machine, because I like the Leap LTS with automated upgrades in the background. I also use the OS update with Tumbleweed, and it's working well. In some cases in Tumbleweed there are problems, and you have to fix this manually with sudo zypper htop. In openSUSE Leap, in the LTS, it's working better, I think, because there are not so much changes. So this is more usable with LTS OS update. So just to show you this, and then the theming I have shown, you see the transparency in the terminal is here per default. Panel preferences, you can check the appearance as well, and you could enable transparency here with solid color. I show this in another video with xfce transparency. Check all my xfce videos, the whole playlist, and I think that's it. Maybe I show Alt up, you can go up into the root system and then USR share, and then important directories, wallpapers. Yeah, wallpapers are here, and here you see is the default wallpaper, which I have set here in desktop settings. Okay. This is also nice. xfce wallpaper. And then this is this one. Okay. Just to show this. And this was it about openSUSE Leap LTS with xfce. So, have fun, stay tuned. We learn more and more about Linux and the depths of it, and different distributions and different desktops in the future as well. And I hope this was helpful.